Hello Diamonds, welcome to another edition of Healing Empathic Hearts. I think these two are going to be the most powerful because they're going to set a standard to help educate so many people on what is an empath, and the second most powerful one, what happens when an empath is in a relationship with a narcissist. Because millions of people have been through this and they don't understand it, and I hope these messages get to the right people. So having said that, hit the subscribe button and click the bell so that you get notifications when I post videos just like this. My goal is to be your guide to the inside, to help you find your light and turn it on. Regardless of the story and situation, this is about you finding you. So let's get started. This video is what is an empath, and I'm going to use my own personal notes that I wrote to take you through it. So here are 10 signs that I have come to terms with because I am an empath. I always knew I was different in some way my whole life. I've been able to help people through their situations since I was young and as far back as I can remember. And I was able to take them through stories and situations that I hadn't even been through myself. Back then I didn't understand what I was doing, but it was basically channeling a wisdom greater than mine. I have intuition and channeling, so as a young woman, this is what helped me get through it. But now with the combination of knowledge and experience, it's so much more powerful. So again, welcome to this channel. All right, so 10 signs you are an empath. And even if you resonate with just a couple of these, take it in because a lot of people don't know what this means. I only started to learn about the power of what this was in 2012. December specifically, which was a change in time when many empaths had an awakening, and it's been happening for the last 8 years. So many people have woken up, meant to be on this planet at this time to help other people get through their stuff. My voice started coming out in about 2009, so 2012 was really a big time for me. All right, so let's go through it. 1, you feel other people's emotions as if they're your own, and you actually sometimes can't tell the difference between what you're feeling and what you've taken on from other people. Depending on what kind of empath you are, and that is for another video, you may actually feel the pain in your body. I feel it through emotions. All right, 2, you are truly a kind, compassionate, and loving person. You exude empathy for others, which means you know how to feel how they're feeling, right? This is going to be a very important point. And you can feel when someone's going through a difficult time. It's actually easier for an empath to feel the pain themselves than to inflict it on someone else. Has that happened to you? It's easier to feel the pain in yourself than to inflict it on someone else. That's huge because that means you're willing to sacrifice so much for your greater good to feel amazing because you can't hurt someone. And that someone may actually be hurting you. You can't watch the news. This is common knowledge for empaths. A lot of people will say this, or see movies that are loaded with violence. Have you ever been in a movie theater and the scenes get so heavy that you can't actually stay in it? It's too big or too much. You're sensitive to others. You're very empathic and compassionate when someone is feeling down, often mistaken for weakness, not tough enough. Your feelings get hurt easily. Number 5, after being out, you need to find some quiet space to be alone. The crowds overwhelm you. I can handle crowds. I've learned how to do that, and I've evolved tremendously. And this has come with a great deal of work and exercises that have helped me learn how to develop boundaries and be able to be out in crowds. That doesn't affect me, but many people can't be in crowds. For me, I can't be in a situation with constant white noise or a conversation that's just coming at me and at me and at me. That ends up being too much for my energetic being, and I need to find a place to retreat. If there's a radio on just constantly in the background, or the sound of the noises of appliances, I need to find a space to retreat. And have you ever felt how good it feels when it finally goes off? That's a sign that's a lot on your energetic being. Remember, we are all energetic beings. We are all vibrational beings. And as energetic beings right to our core. Everything is energy, which is why this has been such a beautiful space to work from, being with nature. You keep repeating the same relationships with people who drain you, keep you down, unable to be the bright light you are supposed to be. So until you change these habits, they will keep occurring in your life. You will keep attracting the same thing until you change something, until you open up, until you find the information that you need to help you see it from a new perspective. Really, really important. In fact, I had no idea that I was part of a larger crowd of empaths and light workers until I learned that I was, and that was only in the last decade. That wasn't something I've known my whole life. I didn't even know it existed until I found it. So you too can be part of the tribe. And that, I think, is super important because it helps you know that you are not alone. All right, 7, you have a strong gut instinct or intuition. Maybe you haven't learned to trust it yet. You know it, you feel it in your gut, but you haven't learned to trust it. That's your second brain, is your gut instinct talking to you. You feel great when you're outdoors, in nature, at the beach. In fact, your whole personality changes and relaxes, right? Because you are meant to be out with nature. You love animals and they love you. And 10, you give to others, sometimes to a fault. In fact, all you do is give, and you haven't learned the art of receiving, the power of receiving. This was probably the most difficult thing for me to do. I gave and gave and gave and gave and gave. And I needed to learn the art of receiving, which is a feminine-based energy. Giving to a fault is a masculine energy. And every man and woman has both feminine and masculine energy in them. It's how we balance them that becomes super important. So learning the art of receiving is going to be powerful in healing, in finding out who we are, in getting to know ourselves. So I say to people in my coaching that it's not just about talking about the situation that you're in. That's part of it. The goal and the most important piece is showing you that you're a diamond, is helping you find your light so that that light can go through any of life's situations, not just the story that you're in currently, but all of them. And when you find your light and you find your worthfulness, you're not just worthy, you're worthful. That, to me, is the opposite of worthless, not just worthy. And we focus only on worthy, becoming worthy, worthless to worthy. Nope. I'm here to help us become worthful. Worthful. Why? Because we're all diamonds, and we all have a very beautiful, bright light, and it's meant to shine. So please stay tuned for this next extremely important video, because it's going to be very helpful in your understanding. I'm going to use hand language to teach you what and how I see it. So hopefully my new perspective will help you see it from a different set of eyes as well. All right, thank you for watching. Again, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notifications when I post videos every week to help you see your light. Thank you, and have a beautiful day. Love and light, Coach Kathi.